What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's action figure talk show. Today, we're going to be discussing some Black Series glam shots in the box of an upcoming wave. We're also going to be talking about some code-named figures that were recently found in Walmart's website.
Whoa.
We're going to be speculating on what they could possibly be. Of course, I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
Thank you so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying Figure It Out, as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. It helps us out a lot. So, Justin, over on Dorkside Toys, we got some nice little inbox pictures of the upcoming almost all Jedi wave that's about to hit next month.
Some glamour shots.
Yeah.
They're in the box now.
But it's like they're real now.
Yeah.
Like it's closing in.
I could just reach out and take it.
We're so close to getting these figures. Of course, we're going to talk individually about them. First up is Episode 2 Anakin Skywalker in the package. Looking pretty good, although he's on that Episode 3 body.
Ooh.
Which I'm not excited about, because I'm sure it's not updated at all.
Just taking a look at the lightsaber
Yeah.
hilt. There's some controversy with some hilts here.
True. Comes with the correct lightsaber hilt. We know Hasbro's not going to be updating that body.
Yeah.
So it's going to have the same crappy elbows, crappy knees, no butterfly joints. I'm not looking forward to that. It's a little disappointing.
Definitely.
And, of course, obviously this is pipe dreaming, but maybe he could have come with a little slicey slice arm, little robot hand action, something. But no. We just get the lightsaber. No robe either. This is another thing that I think Hasbro really needs to sort out. Every Jedi, no matter what, needs to come with a robe. I don't think it's that hard.
Because why not?
Right. And I want to know how they determine who gets a robe, who doesn't get a robe. Like, what do they do?
Probably since Anakin has, actual action sequences, most of it, he doesn't really have any walking around the Jedi Temple. Something like Mace Windu, who is mostly seen just in the Jedi Temple.
Sure.
He has his fair share of scenes. But, even in Mace Windu's one action scene, his robe immediately comes off.
Right.
For Attack of the Clones. And I think that's what it is, maybe. It's just the scenes that they're in. The majority of the scenes that he's in, he doesn't have the robe.
But I think when we move over to Kit Fisto, he's almost exclusively in the movies in his robe, for the most part. And he also doesn't come with a robe.
And he comes with the wrong lightsaber.
Yes, he has the incorrect lightsaber hilt. I believe the lightsaber that they gave him is one of General Grievous's lightsabers.
Yeah. So that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's super disappointing. Of course, some people out there are a little upset because also from the neck down, it's just a reuse. It's just your generic Jedi body mold. I believe it's the same mold that Episode 2 Obi is going to be on as well. Which doesn't really bug me because it's got decent articulation. So yeah. I can't really be too upset.
And with the hilt, I want to say... No, this is not the correct one, because I was going to say maybe there's a difference between Episode 2 and 3, his hilt, maybe, in a shot or something, I don't know, but Kit Fisto definitely has an all-silver, almost all-silver hilt.
Yeah.
And we know this because the Force Effects lightsaber is coming out soon.
Right.
And it's really just Hasbro couldn't be willing to just make the new mold.
Right.
Just why not?
At least give us the accurate paint scheme.
Yeah, they could have just painted it all silver. At the end of the day, we're still going to get this.
Right.
It's Kit Fisto. The head looks awesome. And when you have him holding the lightsaber, you probably won't notice the hilt.
Right.
So, just whatever.
It's not a huge deal, but it's worth mentioning. And then moving on, we've also got Plo Koon, who does come with a robe. So... there you go. He's got a robe. Also has the incorrect lightsaber hilt. Plo Koon pretty much has an all-silver lightsaber hilt. It's also kind of like pointed at the end, and this again looks like one of the lightsabers that was included with Grievous. It's got a little bit of black on it. It's got a little bit of gold on it. So,
which just it irks me.
Yeah, it's just
it irks me. It's
like,
just a little annoyance.
It makes me feel like, you know, Hasbro's just kind of like, well, these are just side Jedi, so who cares?
Yeah. Just give them pretty much a generic lightsaber.
Yeah.
One blue, one green.
Right. It's like, well, Kit Fisto has green, so give him green, and Plo Koon uses blue, so give him blue. Don't worry about the hilt.
And, like, on the grand scheme of things, if you were, I don't know, more of a casual, you probably wouldn't, like, be able to recognize the hilts of every side character of Jedi. So, in a way, it makes sense that it's just some random ass blue lightsaber, because most people probably wouldn't know, but
yeah.
I think it's just Hasbro thinking we're stupid.
True.
And we're not going to know the difference.
And there's plenty of hardcore Star Wars fans. I also feel like Black Series is, again, targeted at, you know, hardcore Star Wars fans. Obviously, it's an affordable line of action figures, but there's still expectations when it comes to the line. And we've come to expect that the characters have gotten semi-accurate lightsaber hilts this entire time.
Yeah.
Obi, Anakin, Dooku,
Luke.
Vader.
Green Luke.
Yeah. Luke. All the Lukes.
Yep.
So it's like you come to expect it, and then when it doesn't happen, you're just kind of like, well, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
So
it just irks me. Gets under my skin a little.
Yeah. And then finally for the inbox pictures, because Hasbro is really weird and they don't actually show inbox pictures for the entire wave. Of course, in this wave is also episode 2 Obi-Wan, but he didn't get an inbox picture for whatever reason. The final one is the Geonosis Battle Droid, which is a very exciting figure. Of course, it's 100% a repaint.
Yeah, and the paint kind of looks like the paint they used for the heavy battle droid.
True.
Which I'm a little worried about, because there is kind of a significant difference there. Like, in my mind, from my memory of Battlefront 2, the heavy battle droid, it's black, and then it's like more of like a carbon bronze.
Which I think they nailed on the actual... In the figure.
And Geonosis was always like a blood orange.
Yeah, it was definitely lighter.
Yeah.
Didn't seem as dark. And in these final packaging shots, the battle droid definitely looks a little too dark.
Looks a little too copper, bronze-ish.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that dark, reddish, orangish.
True.
That it was in the film. I'm a little worried.
But it's still nice to get some more battle droids in the line.
Yeah.
And the original battle droid, I just was looking at this the other day, goes for like $50 now.
Yeah.
So
they were plentiful back when they first came out. I have 4 of them.
Yeah. They were super easy to find.
Yeah.
I have 2 of them.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Stores.
Yeah. But it's just crazy how Black Series figures where I personally am thinking like, oh, it's probably not that much. And then I go look and I'm like, geez, like what the hell's going on? And the moral of this story is pre-order all of the characters that you want, because from our experience, you're not going to find most of these in the wild, especially this wave. You've got 4 highly desirable Jedi coming out, 1 repaint, but since the original battle droid is so rare, people are going to be eating this one up too.
Yep. It's an army builder too,
right?
You know, Geonosis Battle Arena.
So all of the army builders always end up increasing in value. I mean, look at the plain white Stormtrooper to this day, or the clones, which the clones have always had a troubled release history. But
if you find them in the wild, you could just cancel your pre-order.
Yep.
Very easy.
That's honestly what you and I end up doing a lot of the time.
And sometimes I forget, and I'm like, wait!
That happened to me with Dagobah R2.
Yeah.
I almost ended up with 2 of them, but luckily canceled it in time. But yeah, just pre-order the figures, because honestly the hunt is unreliable. It always has been for the Black Series. Mm-hmm. So if you have the opportunity to pre-order the figure, just do it. Because otherwise you're going to be paying eBay prices, and Black Series figures just aren't worth more than like, $10-ish above their regular retail price.
The most I've ever paid for a single release Black Series figure was $35.
Nice.
Like, not counting deluxe or anything like that.
True.
Just single, orange line, orange polygon, Sand Trooper, $35.
Yep.
It's as high as I've ever went.
Same with me. $35 is the most I've ever spent on one single Black Series figure. Obviously not a deluxe or anything like that. Because once you factor in tax and maybe shipping, then yeah, it gets above that. But yeah, it was Commander Cody for me. Commander Cody, $35. Way back in the day, like 2016. Real quick, just for you vintage collector fans out there, looks like you're getting a new playset. Now, I've seen...
And next,
which apparently, there's a lot of controversy going on, because obviously the vintage collection is getting boned right now, as it has been. You're getting like 1 or 2 figures a year.
Yeah, I saw that petition.
Yeah, but... I mean, like we keep saying, I feel like if more people bought them, Hasbro would make more. So clearly, no offense to you 3 3/4 inch collectors out there, but clearly something's going on. You're not buying them, or there's just not enough of you anymore. I don't know, but you would think 3 3/4 inch would still be the reigning line, because that's what Star Wars always was until the Black Series. It was always a 3 3/4 inch line, but
pretty much.
Times change, I guess. And I mean, we're 6-inch collectors through and through, of course. Anyways, moving on. I believe people are speculating that it's actually the carbon chamber from Empire Strikes Back, which would be pretty awesome. But moving on, we've got some code names for some new 6-inch Black Series figures. A new wave coming late 2020, early 2021. And the first one, for all you Rise of Skywalker fans out there, sweet, sweet vindication for you, because you're getting another figure. This one is labeled Star Wars-Lucas SWBLE9 Salem.
Salem's Lot.
Who do you think it is?
What if they mean, like, Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 9?
No. It's definitely a...
That'd be my hope.
It's definitely a Rise of Skywalker figure.
I don't know. I don't want any more Rise of Skywalker figures. I don't want any more new trilogy figures. I hope it's not a Rise of Skywalker figure. Don't mean to alienate any of you guys.
Dude, you're gonna... The Rogue One fans are coming for you.
Yeah.
So it says Salem. So I'm thinking witches. So I'm thinking Dark Rey, which would be a waste of a figure, and I would not like that at all. I mean, I don't think I would buy it if it was my other choice either, which is Episode 9 Emperor. I feel like it's got to be one of those two, just because I'm thinking Salem, you know, witches, that kind of deal. But, of course, I don't really know for sure. Palpatine would make...
Maybe it's Wedge.
Nice flying there, Poe! Yeah, thanks. The guy that blew up the second Death Star, that's what he gets. I think it's going to be one of those two. Palpatine would probably be the easier choice. You know, they already got the head. They already got the robes for the most part, unless they wanted to give him, like, the
red ones.
The red robes, which, admittedly, in my opinion, is a cool look for the Emperor. But is it buy another figure of the Emperor cool? I don't know.
Palpatine somehow came back.
The dead speak. Now this is just going to be us trashing Rise of Skywalker.
What character was that just looks into the camera and says, somehow Palpatine came back?
I think it's Poe. Oh, our off-screen Rise of Skywalker expert is saying it's Poe. Confirmed.
He somehow.
Well, it said it in the crawl.
He's back now.
It said it in the crawl, so you don't have to think about it.
Okay.
And then we're also getting some new Mandalorian figures. The first one is labeled Star Wars-Lucas SWBL Mando Jim.
Mando Jim.
Is this the Mandalorian version?
Slim Jim?
Slim Jim? Jim Halpert from The Office? You know, who knows?
Let me think. Jim. Jin.
Jin
Jin.
Erso confirmed Mandalorian Season 2.
God.
You heard it here first, folks. Top 10 characters you didn't know were coming back to Mandalorian Season 2. Then we've also got the same thing, but this time it's Mando Omega. Who is the Omega Mando? Perhaps, maybe we're going to meet some sort of leader? Some sort of Mandalorian leader? Bo-Katan, perhaps?
Bo-Katan Omega?
Well, Omega just makes me think that it's some sort of...
But do they actually mean anything? Because the last one was Jin.
Yeah. I don't know. We're just spitballing here.
Peanut butter.
Our off-screen former star of Figure It Out, Steven, not going to say your full name on camera, but
Fucking docs.
he's saying Boba Fett, which allegedly, unfortunately, Boba Fett is in Mandalorian Season 2 for better or for worse. I think at this point it's...
Hey, he survives in Legends.
True.
This is the reintroduction.
But, come on. Do we really need more Boba Fett? He's got plenty of books.
I think Captain Phasma should crawl out of the Sarlacc pit.
She's dragging Boba Fett, but so somehow she's in the Sarlacc pit. Yeah, so I'm thinking Bo-Katan, maybe Boba Fett.
Omega. I'm also thinking like Wolf. There's an Alpha, Omega, and a Wolf. So I'm thinking like, remember the Loth Wolves? And oh yeah, that's right.
I'm only on Season 4.
I was actually talking about Rebels.
Oh.
Later in Rebels.
I'm not even that far.
Yeah.
Season 1, Episode 9 is where I'm at in Rebels. Empire Day.
Yeah, I do not know about Omega.
And then finally...
Yeah, these don't mean anything.
Yeah, even more cryptic is Mando Tree. Armorer? Tree. 3.
Like,
B.
My mind just goes to Groot, but I know that's not Star Wars.
It's Mandalorian Groot.
I am Groot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would like to think you could somehow decipher this and be like, oh, this is probably who it is. But Tree? When I think of the word tree in Star Wars, I think of Kashyyyk.
Mandalorian Wookiee. Hey, they say in Season 1, it's not a race, it's a creed.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. Tree. I mean, the only one that I can really feel like any sort of confidence is Omega, because that obviously makes you think of like a leader or, someone.
But the Alpha is the leader,
right? But Omega is still up there, right?
My wolf terminology is my wolf pack wolf pack, but it says Mando. So yeah. I don't know.
It's got to be something Mandalorian related.
Tree.
Mando Tree. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who do you think are the figures that are going to be coming out that we have speculated about? We'd love to hear you in the comments down below. And that's pretty much it for this episode of Figure It Out. We just wanted to talk about some glam shots and do a little fun speculating about some upcoming figures. So, of course, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars Black Series on the channel. Of course, I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time on Out of the Basement.